caught on camera. Port Arthur police are searching for the suspect, what he took off with after holding an employee at gunpoint.
Plus, new leadership in Port Neches, the message the city mayor's new mayor and the new council member after swearing in their ceremonies yesterday.
And a viral moment at an HEB in Burleson, how a potential disaster became a little Christmas miracle in North Texas. 12 News Daybreak starts now. Good morning and happy Christmas Eve, Southeast Texas. Thanks for waking up with Daybreak on 12 News Plus. I'm Tia Johnson.
And I'm Derek Jones filling in for Mark. It's now 7:01. Let's get ahead at your first look at weather with meteorologist Jeff Gerber. Here's a live look outside from our Roofing 911 Live Sky Network above Jasper, and you cannot see the sky.
No, it's pretty thick fog up there in the Jasper area as visibilities are down to about a mile or so. Zero visibilities in Beaumont, half a mile visibility in Orange, and then we're looking at 6 miles visibility in Port Arthur. So some areas seeing a little bit thicker fog than others. We do have a weather impact alert out because we do have a dense fog advisory till 10 o'clock for this morning. That includes the entire area, not just Jefferson, Orange counties like we've seen the last few mornings, but the entire area of Southeast Texas. Just give yourself a little extra time. Pay attention to what you're doing out there on the roadways this morning with some of that fog. Temperature-wise, we're generally in the 50s and 60s. Couple of 50s anyway, 57 in Kirbyville, 56 in Beaumont. Everywhere else we're seeing some lower 60s. Day planner takes us up into the upper 70s for today. As the fog clears out, we'll see some partly cloudy skies and warm temperatures. Southeasterly winds at about 3 to 8 for this Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, it looks like the forecast is going to be pretty much the same. We're going to see some fog in the morning and then some warm temperatures in the afternoon. We'll see a big change come up late in the weekend, early next week. We'll show you that in our 7-day in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Port Arthur police are trying to find the suspect in an armed robbery. Officers were called to the Express Mart on Jimmy Johnson Boulevard at 3 a.m. Tuesday. They say the suspect came into the store with a gun and demanded money from the clerk. He later led that worker into a back room at gunpoint before taking off with money and cigarettes. He was wearing a mask and had a black backpack. If you recognize him, call police.
We're learning more about the woman who was hit by a car in Port Arthur Monday night. Police Chief Tim Dorso confirms 47-year-old Latirsa Jacobs later died at the hospital from her injuries. She was hit while walking on Gulfway Drive just before 6 p.m. Police say the driver stayed at the scene and is cooperating with investigators. The Port Arthur Police Department is investigating the crash.
A Beaumont congregation is mourning the loss of a beloved pastor. Reverend Lloyd Austin Jr. died after a fight with prostate cancer. He led Universal Church of the Living God for 28 years. He was known in the community as a great saxophonist and singer. He graduated from Charlton Pollard High School in 1964 with 4 music scholarships. Austin's wife says he was a wonderful person who touched thousands of lives through his sermons and music. Funeral services will be held Sunday at 1:30 p.m. at Universal Church of the Living God on Irma Street.
The city of Port Neches has a new mayor. Robert Arnold, a longtime city councilman, was sworn in yesterday. He's taking over for late Mayor Glenn Johnson, who passed away back in October. It's a position Arnold says he's honored to receive, but nervous to start. 12
News reporter Daniela Tawadapalao has more on what the city of Port Neches can expect from its new mayor.
It feels a little strange.
A feeling that has more behind it.
It's not the chair that feels strange, it's the fact that it's on this side of the desk, and this is not my chair until today.
After 2 decades of service from the late Mayor Glenn Johnson, the city of Port Neches enters a new era, with Robert Arnold, a longtime council member, stepping into the role of mayor after voters made their decision.
I am taking on the responsibility that they're allowing me to take on, and the trust that I have from them means a lot.
Around 10 Tuesday morning, Mayor Arnold was sworn in, surrounded by friends, family, and community supporters, all eager for what lies ahead.
He's a leader in his church. He's been the quiet leader for such a long time, and he just does it with integrity. It's an exciting time with fresh new leadership to contribute and join with our talented body.
Following the passing of former Mayor Johnson, Mayor Arnold expects to continue his legacy.
As long as Glenn Johnson wanted to be mayor, as far as I was concerned, he was going to be mayor. He did a good job for the city. He loved the city. And everything is running smooth, and I want to keep it that way.
A legacy city leaders and residents are also hoping will continue.
Mayor Arnold served underneath Mayor Johnson for many, many years, and we feel like the city of Port Neches has been running very well, and we've got a good thing going.
We have had great leadership, great continuity over the years. Now it's the new era, and they're coming with newer ideas to just further improve. I'm excited.
That was Daniela Tawada-Palau reporting.
The next city council meeting for Port Neches is set for January 8th, and former police chief Paul Lamone was sworn in as Place 4 city councilman. He spent 36 years with the city and says one of his top priorities is taking care of city employees.
I recognize that it was vitally important to the health of the city, and that's taking care of our employees. Paying them well, having good benefit packages. You want to keep the brightest, and we want to attract the brightest. And so that's going to be my main focus, is taking care of the employees.
Though he's new to the seat, Lamone says it's actually a calling to serve the community once again. We have a traffic impact alert for drivers in Chambers County.
It's an update on the maintenance project happening at the Trinity River Bridge and the Old and Lost River Bridge. According to TxDOT, the contractor will be closing the I-10 West entrance ramp at the Trinity River. So take a good look at your screen right now. Drivers, you'll have to use that on-ramp west off of FM 563 to merge onto I-10 West. This closure will last throughout the duration of the project. It's meant to enhance public safety and is being coordinated closely with local emergency services and government officials. TxDOT will release another update on the project in January. Across Texas, we're following a dramatic rescue out of Harris County.
New video shows a constable's deputy running toward an SUV that was on fire. Deputy Daniel Loanzo was heading to a different scene when he came across the SUV flipped on its side and burning. In the video, we see him race over, shine his flashlight inside, and find a woman trapped inside and crying for help. Lonzo told her to get down as he smashed the window and pulled her to safety. Our sister station asked the deputy what he was thinking as he raced to the car, with the flames and smoke growing.
God put me there at the right place, right time for a reason, and that reason was to be able to get this woman to safety, and I'm thankful for that. She had told me something on scene about losing somebody recently, and I'm just glad that family doesn't have to go through another burial or a funeral here before the holidays.
Details are limited on how the crash happened.
Now to a viral story out of Burleson, just southwest of Fort Worth. If a grocery store loses the ability to let customers check out, it's a major problem, especially right before Christmas. But an HEB turned a moment of frustration to a little Christmas miracle.
When shoppers suddenly weren't able to check out, the store gave them their groceries for free. Natalie Haddad with our sister station in Dallas spoke to one shopper who still can't believe her good fortune.
It started as a routine grocery run, the kind millions of Texans make every week. But inside this Burleson HEB, something wasn't working.
All right, guys.
Registers down, lines backing up, shoppers waiting and wondering whether they'd have to leave empty-handed.
HEB, we love having you as our customers. Thank you for waiting with us.
But then came the surprise. Instead of turning customers away,
So today, everything that you have, we are going to back you up, and we hope every one of you have a very Merry Christmas.
HEB employees told them to take their groceries home for free. Carts full, no charge.
There's probably about 1,000 people in the store, at least.
Among them, Melinda Brown. She lives on a fixed income, caring full-time for her husband. And this week, she's preparing for family dinner at Christmas.
I had probably about 4 or 5 bags full of stuff because I've got grandkids coming.
So when Melinda heard those words at checkout,
bagging them and then you tell them Merry Christmas.
She says it felt like more than good timing.
Made a difference to me because my husband has ALS. He's bedridden and we're struggling. Everybody on a fixed income is struggling right now.
We reached out to HEB and simply asked why. And they told us the customer experience is at the heart of what they do.
This is what Christmas is all about. So thank you very much.
No paperwork, no questions. just a moment of relief at a time when Melinda says relief is hard to come by.
Thank you so much.
For her, it was a reminder that kindness can show up when you least expect it.
And that's my HEB.
Right at the checkout line. In Burleson, I'm Natalie Haddad.
If you're looking for Christmas Eve services today, Southeast Texas has covered. Several churches are hosting services and family-friendly events throughout the evening. First Baptist Church in Nederland is having a candlelight Christmas Eve service. It will feature scripture readings, carols, and a reflection on the birth of Christ and the peace he brings. That starts at 5 p.m. You can also celebrate the birth of Christ at St. Andrews in Beaumont during a candlelight service tonight. It starts at 6:30 at the church on North 23rd Street. Pre-service music begins at 6 with special music from the choir. Calvary Baptist Church will also have a candlelight gathering at 4 p.m. on Dowling Road in Beaumont. The service will be a meaningful time of worship and reflection on the birth of Christ. And finally, St. Mark's in Beaumont will celebrate the Christmas Eve Holy Eucharist tonight, starting at 7 p.m. The festival service will feature the parish choir and organ music. Coming up next, NORAD has been tracking Santa on Christmas Eve for 70 years. How it all began and the thousands of volunteers making it happen. Plus, a viral microwave and a HOA fight over Christmas lights. Your trending news is coming up. It's now 7:11.
Share your pics and video with 12 News. Just go to the Near Me tab inside the 12 News Now app and click Share with Us. To the spot welders and forklift drivers. To the pipeline technicians and plant operators. To the chemists, custodians, and contractors. And the engineers, pilots, and wellhead pumpers. To the people working day after day, keeping our Power City rolling, 12 News is telling your stories.
Extended the temporary restraining order.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue, filtering out rumors, and giving you the facts, direct from inside sources.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers.
Taking on the story from all sides and all angles with award-winning coverage.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Southeast Texas is a power city, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, don't mess with Texas means don't litter.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/goldenapple to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards every month on 12 News.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now. Weekdays, noon. Only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
It's a busy Christmas Eve for more than 1,000 volunteers who are taking calls from kids wondering where Santa is. NORAD has been tracking Santa for 70 years. Sarah Rosio explains how it all began.
We're just happy that we're able to track them every single year.
It's a tradition that began in the 1950s by accident.
So 70 years ago, a young child accidentally dialed the predecessor of NORAD, which is the Continental Air Defense Command, and the colonel who answered the phone heard a child asking him, where's Santa Claus? And the colonel realized, well, we track everything over North America, and so we absolutely can see where Santa Claus is. We normally just track threats, but he looked up where Santa was and reported it to the child, and then our tradition was born.
Normally, this joint U.S.-Canadian operation monitors threats in the skies, but every year on December 24th, those same radars and satellites are used to follow St. Nick's sleigh.
NORAD tracks Santa using the same capabilities that we use 24/7 to keep the avenues of approach to North America safe. It's a combination of radars, satellites, and fighter jets.
And it's not just kids on the nice list who are checking in. Adults who still believe in St. Nick's holiday hustle are dialing in too.
It's kind of funny because I don't think you ever really know who to expect on the other end of the line. Like I said, sometimes it could be a British pub and everybody's going wild and there's like dozens of people in the background cracking up and having fun and asking us silly questions, and then all the way to a child maybe in the hospital with their parent wondering if Santa's still going to stop by.
So whether you're calling in or clicking online, remember NORAD isn't just defending the skies this Christmas, it's also helping Santa make his list, check it twice, and deliver joy to all.
Hearing little kids laugh and giggle and ask silly questions, it's fun. And so if we could bring that joy to them in some way, shape, or form, then I think we did our job.
You can watch the NORAD Santa Tracker throughout his journey today, streaming right here on 12 News Plus.
Well, it's a good deal that he has Rudolph, because he's going to need Rudolph later on tonight, as we're going to see fog tonight into tomorrow morning. What to you? I mean, yeah.
Fog.
I know, the fog. That's why they have to have Rudolph come in and play.
We need about two Rudolphs.
Yeah. Maybe get the double Rudolph out front. Anyway, here are visibilities this morning. 0 in Beaumont, half mile in Orange, and then 3/10 of a mile in Port Arthur. And then we're looking at about a mile visibility in Jasper. Because of the dense fog advisory until 10 o'clock, we have that weather impact alert again this morning. Till 10 o'clock includes visibilities in some spots less than a quarter of a mile. So just give yourself a little extra time if you have to be out for this morning. Here's the view from right here at our 12 News studio. And the fog is still out there, but you also can see a little bit of the sky. So it's not too thick around Beaumont right now, or at least around the 12 News studio here. This camera brought to you by Mid-County Plumbing, part of the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. As we take a look at temperatures right now, 56 in Beaumont and then 57 in Kirbyville. Everywhere else we're showing 60s here in the immediate area. 60 in Orange and Port Arthur, 62 in Silsbee, 64 right now in Kirbyville, and then 63 in Jasper. Pretty quiet across the state. We've had some showers out in the Gulf, but that's been about it. They stay out in the Gulf today. If you're traveling across Texas, it looks like no problems out there. We don't see any active weather. San Antonio, Waco, Dallas, everything looks good. Heading over to Louisiana, maybe even farther over to New Orleans into, say, Mobile. Looks like your travel plans will be okay for today as things look pretty quiet. Futurecast showing temperatures holding into the 60s a little bit, and then we jump into the 70s by lunchtime, and we'll go upper 70s for the afternoon with partly cloudy skies. Back into the 60s for this evening. We'll start to see that fog climb back into the area overnight. So Christmas morning, we will see some fog around. So be careful of that if you have to travel tomorrow morning very early. And then it looks like we'll see the same type of scenario on Friday as well. We'll show you the 7-day here in a second. But for today, fog early and then partly cloudy later on this morning. Temperatures in the upper 70s with southeasterly winds. For tonight, back down into the lower 60s. Dense fog developing across the area. We do have another weather impact alert we'll put in for tonight into tomorrow morning. And then we'll do that again on Friday morning with maybe more fog developing. You notice temperatures in the upper 70s each afternoon today, Christmas Day, and then Friday, thanks to the clouds clearing out a little bit. Saturday, upper 70s, we should be dry, and then Sunday we have a cold front coming in, and this cold front means business, as we're expecting to see much colder air behind it. Out ahead of it, about a 30% coverage of some scattered showers, and then behind it, we'll see temperatures dropping off into the 50s. Lower 50s on Monday, middle 50s on Tuesday. And we'll really get pretty cold there on Tuesday morning as we drop down close to the freezing mark, it looks like, at this point.
You know, that's when they say, shorty got low, 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 low.
Low, low, low.
That's what them tips.
Yeah. For sure.
I'm so happy this is the streaming show. All right. Just a reminder.
Okay.
Download the app to get the latest on the weather. Check the radar by going to the radar tab in the app. Jeff's reaction is hilarious. All right, a viral TikTok is sparking debate about how much you'd sacrifice to work from home.
A content creator known as Tinks asked a simple question, and the internet was divided. The question, would you rather take a remote job making $121,000 a year or work from the office making $240,000? You could just imagine the comment section. Lots of parents said the value flexibility over pay, saying remote jobs save on time, childcare costs, and commuting stress, but that's twice as much money to work in person.
That's a lot to weigh in, though, because, like, you know, for parents, you got to do childcare, gas, all of that. If you were able to work from home and watch your kids, which I have some friends that do it, I mean, that is double, now.
Yeah. I was going to say, when it was saying numbers, that's the main thing I was focused on. I forgot about kids. And
you said more money.
I said more money. Well, do you remember that imprint of a rat in some concrete that went viral in Chicago? Well, something even sillier is happening right now in Cleveland.
City officials are telling residents to be cool after a lone microwave sitting on a bench went viral, then disappeared. The city says the microwave is safe after it was removed on purpose. The landmark has become an online phenomenon, with people leaving gifts, taking photos, and even adding festive decorations until it was abducted. The city says it'll be on display at its annual Christmas in July celebration, where sales will benefit the Cleveland Food Bank. I just feel like find something else to do, but hey, it's for a good cause. Now it's going to the food bank, so
that's a good cause.
That's your thing. Give for a good cause.
I totally agree.
All right. Finally, a battle over Christmas lights in Maryland is moving from the rooftop to the courtroom.
A family says their HOA is trying to find them into submission, but for now, the lights are staying on. ABC's Sophie Flay explains.
Nothing says Christmas like holiday lights.
Everybody come out quick, look at the lights!
But who decides how many lights are too many?
It's definitely like a jaw-dropping scene, why are we getting fined for Christmas lights?
Supoli and Pahan Salgado tell us they look forward all year to decorating their Germantown, Maryland home.
Right around Thanksgiving is when we start decorating the outside of our house. And last year we had a big, each year we have big displays called the Salgado Family Christmas Display.
But their homeowners association, Middlebrook Manor South, is saying bah humbug, ordering them to take the lights down or receive a fine of $50 a day.
It's out of this world. It's a holiday that's celebrated across the world. How is the HOA supposed to stop that?
The fine started last Christmas when the Salgados admit they had a much bigger display. They say this year they toned down the display significantly, but it still was too much for the HOA. They warned that if the decorations don't come down, the fine will be going up.
And what they're doing is just hate.
But the Salgados are not backing down and have hired a lawyer who says the enforcement appears inconsistent and unfair. He says they're going to challenge the fines and is confident they will win.
Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
The time right now, 7:22. Looking at the skies of downtown Beaumont. Jeff will be back with your forecast.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business. Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
The STEM fields are providing opportunity to be part of the developments that will shape the future, and the Army National Guard is at the forefront of the movement. Soldiers can serve part-time and choose from dozens of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics jobs, working with cutting-edge technology and innovations. And the skills and experience they receive can open doors for them to civilian careers in the STEM world. Join a team that is taking the lead in STEM by talking to a local recruiter or by going to nationalguard.com/careers.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/Golden Apple to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards every month on 12 News.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer.
And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
We're working to get more information from Beaumont Police.
Join 12 News weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m., keeping you informed on what matters most.
And keep you safe when weather impacts your day.
Following the excitement with your team.
Covering local issues that matter in your community.
Watch 12 News at 6 and 10 p.m. and stream on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
This Sunday, you can catch some of Port Arthur's most talented fishermen on the Discovery Channel.
Yeah, the Elite Fishing Series' Bolton Bash will feature Orange Pro Jeremy Reeves. According to the Port Arthur CVB, the 30-minute episode will feature Reeves taking the top spot at the Elite Championship. He nabbed 17 redfish at over 48 pounds and claimed first place. The episode airs at 6 a.m. Sunday on the Discovery Channel. Big old fish, Jeff.
Yeah, big old fish. Temperatures out there right now generally into the 50s and 60s. 61 in Orange, but we're looking at 56 in Beaumont, 60 in Port Arthur, 64 in Woodville. Travis reporting there, and 63 in Jasper. Looking at coastal marine forecast with a dense fog advisory out there for about 10 o'clock this morning. Mostly smooth on the inland lakes and bays. Winds are about east at 8 or 9. Water temperature in the middle 60s. High tide at 7:31 for this evening. Our sunrise might see a little bit of that this morning. We just had that at 7:10, and then our sunset is at 5:23 tonight. Expecting to see that sunset tonight as the clouds break up this afternoon. We'll see highs in the 70s.
Coming up on Daybreak 12 News Plus, a mother in custody in California after a tragic end to the search for a missing 9-year-old. The latest on the devastating case of Melody Buzzard.
Plus, an armed robbery at a convenience store caught on camera. Port Arthur police are searching for the suspect, what he took off with after holding an employee up at gunpoint.
And new leadership in Port Neches, the message from City News Mayor and a new council member after their swearing-in ceremonies yesterday.
And the time, 7:27, looking at the foggy skies of Beaumont. We'll be back in a few.
Good morning, Southeast Texas. Thanks for joining us here on Daybreak on 12 News Plus. I'm Derek Jones.
And I'm Tia Johnson. The time now is 7:30. Let's take a look at your top stories this morning. Florence police need the community's help finding the suspect in a deadly 2024 shooting. 25-year-old Tijawan Mack is charged with criminal negligent homicide in connection to the death of 23-year-old Robert Scott. Mack was out on bond, but a judge revoked it. If you know where he is, call Port Arthur Police or Crime Stoppers.
Beaumont police say one person was shot at the Starcrest Apartments early Tuesday morning. Officers were called to the Illyrum Street complex around 3 a.m. Where they got there, they found the victim who'd been shot in the leg. Police say that victim is not filing charges.
Beaumont police are looking for the suspect in several car break-ins. The thefts happened over 2 days earlier this month. On December 8th, police say he broke into a car in the Target parking lot. He took off with $1,000 worth of Christmas gifts. Police believe the suspect uses a black or darker gray newer model Honda Accord. If you recognize him, call Beaumont police.
A Lake Charles woman was ticketed after a bizarre hit and run Monday night. Investigators say 49-year-old Monica Guillory hit a horse-drawn carriage and took off. The carriage was totaled and 2 people were taken to the hospital. Thankfully, the horse is okay.
Let's take a live look outside now from our Roofing 911 Skycam network. You can see how foggy it is there in Port Arthur. It looks like it may be more foggy in that area compared to here in Beaumont, Jeff.
It keeps fluctuating. Sometimes we're seeing a little bit more clear picture on our sky cams, and then other times we'll see a little bit more fog. Now, officially, I don't know if this is right, but we're showing 0 visibility, Beaumont, Orange, Port Arthur, and Jasper, the whole area. I don't know. I think we see a little bit better visibility than that in some areas, but still, we do have a dense fog advisory until 10 o'clock and a weather impact alert. So be careful out there. Just slow down. Give yourself a little extra time where you're going for this morning. Pay attention to what you're doing. Temperature-wise, we see a couple of 50s, 56 in Beaumont, 57 in Kirbyville. Most of the areas in the lower 60s from around 61 in Orange to about 64 in Woodville. Our day planner shows partly cloudy skies by late this morning going into the afternoon. We'll see highs in the upper 70s today with a little bit of a southeasterly wind. So really not a bad afternoon after another foggy start. Looks like Christmas morning we'll be dealing with some fog, but nice weather during the afternoon. As we get into the weekend, we'll see a big change come in. Temperatures are going to be dropping as we head towards early next week. We'll have more of that coming up in weather.
All right, thank you so much, Jeff. Port Arthur police are trying to find the suspect in an armed robbery. Officers were called to the Express Mart on Jimmy Johnson Boulevard at 3 a.m. Tuesday. You're looking at surveillance video from that robbery. Police say the suspect came into the store with a gun and demanded money from the clerk. He later led the worker into a back room at gunpoint before taking off with money and cigarettes. He was wearing a mask and had a black backpack. If you recognize him, call Port Arthur police.
We're learning more about the woman who was hit by a car in Port Arthur Monday night. Police Chief Tim Durso confirms 47-year-old Latricia Jacobs later died at the hospital from her injuries. She was hit while walking on Gulfway Drive just before 6 p.m. Police say the driver stayed at the scene and is cooperating with investigators. The Port Arthur Police Department is still investigating the crash.
It's 7:33 right now. We have a traffic impact alert for drivers in Chambers County. This is an update on the maintenance project happening at the Trinity River Bridge and the Old and Lost River Bridge. According to TxDOT, the contractor will be closing the I-10 West entrance ramp at the Trinity River. Look at your screen. Drivers will have to use the on-ramp west off FM 563 to merge onto I-10 West. This closure will last throughout the duration of the project. It's meant to enhance public safety and is being coordinated closely with local emergency services and government officials. TxDOT will release another update on the project in January.
The city of Port Neches has a new mayor. Robert Arnold, a longtime city councilman, was sworn in yesterday. He's taking over for late Mayor Glenn Johnson, who passed away back in October. It's a position Arnold says he's honored to receive, but too nervous to start. 12 News reporter Daniela Tawada-Palau has more on what the city of Port Neches is expecting from its new mayor.
It feels a little strange.
A feeling that has more behind it.
It's not the chair that feels strange, it's the fact that it's on this side of the desk, and this is not my chair until today.
After 2 decades of service from the late Mayor Glenn Johnson, the city of Port Neches enters a new era, with Robert Arnold, a longtime council member, stepping into the role of mayor after voters made their decision.
I am taking on the responsibility that they're allowing me to take on, and the trust that I have from them means a lot.
Around 10 Tuesday morning, Mayor Arnold was sworn in, surrounded by friends, family, and community supporters, all eager for what lies ahead.
He's a leader in his church. He's been the quiet leader for such a long time, and he just does it with integrity. It's an exciting time with fresh new leadership to contribute and join with our talented body.
Following the passing of former Mayor Johnson, Mayor Arnold expects to continue his legacy.
As long as Glenn Johnson wanted to be mayor, as far as I was concerned, he was going to be mayor. He did a good job for the city. He loved the city. And everything is running smooth, and I want to keep it that way.
A legacy city leaders and residents are also hoping will continue.
Mayor Arnold served underneath Mayor Johnson for many, many years, and we feel like the city of Port Neches has been running very well, and we've got a good thing going.
We have had great leadership, great continuity over the years. Now it's the new era, and they're coming with newer ideas to just further improve. I'm excited.
That was Daniela Tawada-Perlau reporting. The next city council meeting for Port Neches is set for January 8th.
And former police chief Paul Lemoyne is also stepping into a new role. He was sworn in as place 4 city councilman in Port Neches. Lemoyne spent 36 years with the city, including 14 years as police chief. He says one of his top priorities is taking care of employees.
That it was vitally important to the health of the city, and that's taking care of our employees. Paying them well, having good benefit packages. You want to keep the brightest, and we want to attract the brightest. And so that's going to be my main focus, is taking care of the employees.
Though new to the council seat, Lemoyne says the motivation is familiar and says it's a calling to serve the community once again. Now to a tragic end to the months-long search for a missing 9-year-old California girl.
Authorities in Santa Barbara County announced Tuesday that the remains of Melody Buzzard were recovered in a rural area of Utah, and her mother is now in custody. Crystal Bermudez has the story.
9-year-old Melody Buzzard's remains have been located, and her mother, Ashley Buzzard, has been arrested. The girl was last seen with her mother in October and was reported missing by a school official after she had been absent for several days. The search for the 9-year-old covered several states, according to authorities.
That included California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Wyoming, and Nebraska.
Investigators say a couple discovered a decomposed body off the side of the road in a remote part of Wayne County, Utah on December 6th. DNA testing on the remains found a familial match to Melody's mother.
The circumstances of Melody Buzzard's murder are heartbreaking.
Authorities say Buzzard went on a road trip with her daughter October 7th when surveillance footage captured the young girl at a local car rental agency dressed in what seemed to be a disguise. According to the sheriff, one of their last stops was in Colorado.
On the Colorado side of the Colorado-Utah border on Thursday, October 9th, 2025. And detectives now believe that Melody was murdered shortly after that stop.
They say Ashley returned home from the road trip days later, but without Melody. And days later, police say they obtained a search warrant for the Buzzard's home.
During the search of the vehicle, a live round of similar ammunition was located.
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
6 people are now confirmed dead after a medical plane from Mexico crashed into Galveston Bay.
The Mexican Navy confirmed the body of the person missing after the plane went down has been found. 5 of the 8 people on board were declared dead after the crash Monday. 2 others are hospitalized. There were 4 civilians on board, including a 2-year-old child who was being flown to Texas to be treated for burns. 4 crew members were also on board. The identities of the 2 survivors have not been released. There is no immediate word of the cause of the crash, only that the plane experienced an incident on approach to Galveston. Still ahead, 2 men from St. Louis considering leaving their day jobs behind to chase digital fame, showing that you don't need a Grammy-worthy voice to make an impact online. And this season is all about giving and wrapping. But up next, the reason we wrap gifts might surprise you.
You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
409 Sports. To us, it's about so much more than a highlight, wins or losses.
It's the heart that makes up the game, the triumph of the human spirit.
It's agony and victory, diehards and day ones. It can divide or unify a community.
We give you the stats, but then we inspire you with the stories. The unpredictable, unforgettable, and incomparable.
We bring it to you all because sports lives in the 409.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, "Don't mess with Texas" means don't litter.
It's hard to really come to terms with dementia. There are little things that you can't even begin to plan for that happen that you need the early diagnosis for. My mom has done so much for me. There's no way that I wouldn't do the same for her. It's so important to have the conversation with your doctor earlier because you just do not know what the future holds.
Are you at the mercy of your bladder? If leaks are keeping you from living your best life, you should know that it doesn't have to be that way. Incontinence can be treated. Don't wait to get the help you deserve. The National Association for Continence is a nonprofit organization that's helped millions get on the path to a life without leaks. Visit nafc.org now to download your free pelvic floor muscle training kit and become the boss of your bladder.
Amid the season for shopping, wrapping, and giving presents, did you ever wonder why we wrap gifts? Susan Elizabeth Littlefield takes a deep dive into the holiday tradition.
The largest mall in the country. It's game time.
My daughter, my son, my siblings. I have 3 younger siblings. My husband, no, because he's right here. And then my parents, too. But he likes Vikings and stuff, so he's always getting kind of Vikings and stuff.
And with the time-honored tradition of gift giving is gift concealing.
Are you bag people or are you wrapping people?
Personally, I'm wrapping. I think it depends on the shape, the size.
And if the gift already comes to the box or not.
I've had a couple of years where I'm like, it's bags this year. Oh, I enjoy wrapping. I like it. It's fun.
As seen at the mall's premier gift wrap location, the Paper Source.
Handing someone a gift versus having it wrapped. It's different.
Yeah, it is. The gift itself being wrapped up with a really nice bow shows them through your actions that I love you, and I'm willing to take the extra time to be able to make something even more special for you.
I feel like as a kid, you don't really know what you'd get like under the wrapper.
I think because it tells the person that you took the time to look for something that they enjoy.
So it's like the thrill of unwrapping the gift.
And those assumptions are largely correct, as we discovered after digging into the wrapping culture. Research from Oxford University reads, the most obvious and practical reason to wrap items is to protect them. Think of giving a neighbor vegetables from your garden. The research also suggests anticipation is a reason for wrapping, saying the special effort put into the decoration of the gift is probably expected to transmit a message of goodwill to the recipient.
I last year wrapped some of my gifts within fabric because we're Japanese and that's like something within our culture.
A tip they got from their grandmother, which makes sense. Wrapping is rooted in Asian tradition. According to anthropology magazine Sapiens, back 2,000 years ago in China, paper was used to protect precious materials and store tea leaves and medicine. About 1,000 years ago, wrapping became central to Japanese culture. And now, it's a nearly universal tradition. A heartful.
It's fun to give more than to receive.
And artful.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
1, 2.
Some fog out there again this morning. We've been seeing visibilities fluctuate from time to time. As we look down on Port Arthur right now, you can see the visibility not too bad. We can't see all the way over towards the bridge like we typically can on this camera, but definitely can see some of the buildings there in the foreground. A couple of mornings this week we haven't been able to see that. But here's our Port Arthur camera, part of the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network, brought to you by Market Basket. As we take a look at visibilities right now, showing 0.3 of a mile in Port Arthur, as well as orange, 0 in Jasper, and 0 in Beaumont. We do have a weather impact alert because of the fog again this morning. We also have a dense fog advisory till 10 o'clock for this morning. So just take your time out there. It goes till about 10 o'clock, but we're already starting to see some areas where the fog's clearing out just a little bit. Just be careful what you're doing as we get out the door this morning and head off to work or wherever you're going for this Christmas Eve. Temperatures right now into the 60s and 50s. 56 right now in Beaumont, 57 in Kirbyville. Then we jump to 64 in Port Arthur, 61 in Orange, 62 in Silsbee. Jasper's at 63, and then Woodville currently at about 64. If you are traveling today, maybe heading up to Dallas, over towards San Antonio, Austin, Waco, really no problems out there. We have some fog this morning, but by the afternoon that should just be some partly cloudy skies. So heading over into maybe Louisiana up to Arkansas, Oklahoma, also same type of deal. Should be a quiet weather day today, so travel shouldn't be an issue. Just if you're going to be out early this morning, tomorrow morning, Friday morning, you're going to have to probably deal with some fog. Our futurecast takes us from the 60s through most of the morning to the 70s by lunchtime. And as we get into the afternoon, expecting to see highs in the upper 70s, then back down into the 60s for the evening hours. And that fog returns again as we head towards Christmas morning. So it's going to be a foggy start, but the afternoon looks pretty good tomorrow. We'll see temperatures into the upper 70s with some partly cloudy skies. But fog early, then partly cloudy for later on this afternoon. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s. Weather impact alert goes into place again tonight with more dense fog. No rain expected, but we'll see those temperatures back into the lower 60s. And then our 7-day forecast shows more dense fog on Friday with highs in the upper 70s there as well. So if you like today, you're going to like Thursday and Friday. Saturday, another warm day at 78. I don't think we'll see so much fog in the morning. And then Sunday, here comes our cold front. That front's going to bring us some showers and then much colder air coming into Monday and Tuesday with highs only in the 50s and lows in the 40s and lower 30s.
Go ahead and bust your move again about it being low.
About being low, 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 low.
And then he sung with it.
Yeah, he's got it all. He's got the whole package.
Oh, now would you mind
Singer
adding
and
that?
dancer.
But you should add that in your forecast.
What?
As we get down to Tuesday, it gets low.
We'll just have Derek come out on the
Yeah, you should.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah.
All right.
If you've been scrolling through TikTok lately, you might have heard some seasonal sounds that, well, are hard to miss. Two St. Louis men are considering trading in their day jobs for digital stardom, proving that you don't need a Grammy-winning voice to win over the internet.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
It all started with a Sam Smith song and a dream. Alfonso Foster and Mario Love took the Quit Your Job social media challenge and gave it a twist.
How can we stand out from everyone else doing it?
Alfonso is a funeral director by day. Mario works as an administrative assistant. But together, they've created a brand built on being authentically and hilariously loud.
When I sing, I do like, ooh, like just to be annoying. And people like noticed it and loved it.
When I first met him, he would make this noise like, and I'm like, it sounds good, but it's also like, it don't sound good at the same time.
More than 4.5 million likes later, they're now getting the attention of the industry's biggest stars.
We actually did a Kehlani song. We did her song called Folded, probably like one of her most recent songs. Did her song, she reposted us, she commented, she liked, and she loved it.
Big people like Michael Bublé is noticing this and seeing this. You know, he told us how much he loves it and it makes him laugh. Like, we're really onto something here. Like, let's keep going.
Even major brands are weighing in. Tide commenting, some clean vocals right here. JCPenney Portraits, do you guys do corporate holiday parties?
Let it snow, let it snow.
We don't do cuts and edits. We just...
All our videos are one take.
So are you going to quit your day job? Absolutely.
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Yes.
We want to.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, that is the goal.
But for now, they say the greatest reward is the inbox full of messages from people gaining new reasons to smile.
The takeaway, I feel like, is joy.
Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
With merchandise dropping soon, both are hoping this viral moment leads to a commercial and brand deals. They are posting new Christmas songs every day until the 25th. This is probably Santa's busiest day of the year. He has a lot of ground to cover to deliver presents to kids around the world.
Since there are 24 time zones, you can actually check on Santa's location to see when he'll get to your house. All that is possible with the Santa Tracker at the North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD. U.S. and Canadian military have been tracking Santa's Christmas journey since 1955. Every year, hundreds of volunteers man the phones and internet to answer questions from kids. The commander for the Alaska NORAD region has volunteered before with his own family, and he enjoys answering calls to help satisfy kids' curiosity.
The ones that I like the most are just they want to know something personal about Santa. And it's, hey, what does Santa like to eat? What are some of Santa's favorite things? Which reindeer does Santa love the most? You get some of these off the wall type of questions that you weren't necessarily, expecting to get.
To reach the volunteers with NORAD, you can call, email, or check out the website noradsanta.org.
Do you have plans to travel to Michigan for the holiday season? Well, there are two pups who would love to hitch a ride. Draco and Tweed are staying with Beaumont Animal Care. There's a rescue in Michigan that's willing to take them in, but they need transportation. Contact Beaumont Animal Care if you're able to help out.
When Daybreak returns on 12 News Plus, we'll have more news and weather in your morning rush out. Take a look at that fog still in PA. It's 7:51.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now, weekdays noon, only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
To the spot welders and forklift drivers, to the pipeline technicians and plant operators, to the chemists, custodians, and contractors, and the engineers, pilots, and wellhead pumpers. To the people working day after day, keeping our Power City rolling, 12 News is telling your stories.
Extended the temporary restraining order.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue, filtering out rumors, and giving you the facts direct from inside sources.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers.
Taking on the story from all sides and all angles with award-winning coverage.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Southeast Texas is a power city, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business.
Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
Welcome back to Daybreak. It is now 7:54 right now, and it's time for your morning rush out.
Here's everything you need to know as you start your day. Florida police are trying to find an armed robbery suspect. They were called to the Express Mart on Jimmy Johnson Boulevard at 3 a.m. Tuesday. They say the suspect came into the store with a gun and demanded money from the clerk. He later led the worker into a back room at gunpoint before taking off with money and cigarettes. He was wearing a mask and had a black backpack. If you recognize him, call police.
We're learning more about the woman who was hit by a car in Port Arthur Monday night. Police Chief Tim Durso confirms 47-year-old Latricia Jacobs later died at the hospital from her injuries. She was hit while walking on the Gulfway Drive just before 6 p.m. Police say the driver stayed at the scene and is cooperating with investigators. The crash is still under investigation.
We have an update on a maintenance project in Chambers County. TxDOT says the I-10 West entrance ramp is closing at the Trinity River Bridge. Drivers will have to use the on-ramp west of FM 563 to merge onto I-10 West. This closure will last throughout the duration of the project. TxDOT will release another update in January.
More fog this morning. We'll see foggy conditions again on Thursday, of course, Christmas morning, and then again on Friday. Weather impact alert is in place there. This afternoon, partly cloudy, upper 70s for high. Same deal for Thursday and Friday. This weekend, looks like we'll see warm weather and then colder weather push in as we head towards early next week as temperatures go from the 70s to the 50s.
And here's a reason to smile. The tiniest of miracles in the newest Southeast Texans, the NICU at Christus St. Elizabeth in Beaumont, is at the top of Santa's Nice List this year. That's because the team transformed the unit into a festive space for babies celebrating their first Christmas. It can be tough for families spending time in the holidays in the NICU, so the team did a fantastic job helping them stay in the holiday spirit.
Yeah, I have a friend whose baby is in the NICU right now, and doing stuff like that, you know, they really look forward to just something to get the baby out of the bed and all that stuff. So
I just think it's really nice they did that for those families.
Absolutely.
Cute babies. I love it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much for watching.
And thank you. And I'll be here at the midday. Tune in at 11.
Have a great day, everybody.